Hi Kiwi, alright, welcome back to another episode of Hades. Here is our mirror setup for the day. I am going to be taking the aspect of Demeter on the gauntlets, or the twin fists. We're going to take the Poseidon keepsake, and we are going to try and do a very silly special build, where I hopefully get some good hammers, but most importantly, I'm really curious to see how Poseidon's special affects the you hit 5 times with Demeter's special effect. We're going to be taking a 17 heat bounty with max jury summons, 3 levels of extreme measures, maxing out benefits package, middle management, and 1 level of tight deadline for a total of 17 heat.
That ought to liven things up.
Now, if you have seen the previous episode, you already know.
Say it. Blood and darkness. It's a curse, boy. Say it with me. Blood and darkness. Each available in high abundance here.
Blood and darkness, Hades. Blood and darkness.
Blood and darkness, well indeed.
Yeah. So alright, let's see what Poseidon offers, and then I'll talk about stuff.
Boy, nephew. I bet you have your hands full dealing with your enemies down there, so let me see what I can do. And I can do a lot.
Alright, give us a nice juicy special. Alright, 70% more damage, not the best, but we'll take it. Alright, so first off, the way the aspect of Demeter works is every 12 attacks, for some reason. Oh, you know what? It's because 12 months of the year, that makes sense. Every 12 attacks, we get an enhanced special that hits 5 times. So when we have a really juicy special damage modifier, like in the case of Poseidon, comboed with that effect, we're going to be hitting pretty hard. But what I'm curious about is, so Poseidon's special knocks enemies away, right? How does that work if we have Demeter's effect stacked up? So let's see. Let's wait for this enemy to spawn in and then go for that. All right. I'm not sure how that works. Well, we'll mess around with it, but my thought is, let's see how juicy a special attack we can get. Oh my goodness, okay, that's good. That is a lot of damage. Okay, I like this. And if we get them close enough to a wall, yeah, they're gonna get melted by all the wall bounces.
How about I join you for this hunt, okay?
Always happy to see an Artemis here. Can potentially set us up for a nice juicy mirage shot with Poseidon. Do we want crit chance on our attack? Alternatively, I think, honestly, we hold out for Zeus's attack, because Sea Storm with any Poseidon build is always really good. So let's go ahead and take pressure points for now, because that'll give us crit chance on the special, which will up our damage potential pretty substantially. Now, I was alluding to something from the previous episode, so I should probably bring that up. So I am basically down a left eye. I'm currently wearing an eye patch. I have an issue where every now and again, I think it's likely caused by me being the coolest dude in the world who sleeps with his eyes open. And I sleep with my face in a fan sometimes. I can't control where my face ends up when I'm rolling around, but I think I slept with my eye open pretty badly last night, and as a result, my vision is so impaired I can't even read the Pact of Punishment from my left eye. Like, I literally cannot, my vision is so severely blurred from my left eye that it kind of leads to a bit of a headache, and definitely messes with a lot of things. So I currently have a makeshift eye patch because I couldn't find my real eye patch for when I have this issue flare up. Namely, I have a piece of tissue stuffed between my eye and my glasses. It works well enough. Not ideal, but that also often affects my sleep. So I am down an eye, and I am down like 6 of 8 hours of sleep that I would have liked to have. So. Well, no, more like 4 hours. I got 4 to 5 hours of sleep, so I'm not doing great this episode, Kiwi. I think I was worse off last episode. At least this time I have some coffee in my bloodstream. Kids, don't inject coffee into your bloodstream. It's not healthy. But I'll make it work. But forgive me if I'm a little lower energy this episode. I've got some things to contend with, if you will. But last episode was a bit rough. I think I've kind of turned around. I should be fine. Our goal for this run, though, is to see as much Poseidon as we can, get Sea Storm going with his duo, but most importantly, just get as many tier 2s and hopefully his legendary, specifically Poseidon, I mean. Anything on top of that with Zeus will just up our damage substantially, but we're running kind of a percent-based build with the base damage of the special scaling pretty well with Poseidon's special. So that'll be kind of the core of our build. Anything else is just bonus icing on the cake, if you will. As far as gods that I want for this build, like I mentioned before, certainly I would say that Artemis is great because crit chance is always welcome. Ooh, another Poseidon boon with a higher rarity. We will take that in a heartbeat.
You and me, Sneak.
The Sneak is definitely one of my least favorite mini bosses to see in. It's my least favorite mini boss to see in Tartarus, but we don't have that many options as far as mini bosses in Tartarus go. He's particularly annoying if I'm running like a Chiron build around any build around Dionysus where I need to get stacks of Hangover to really see my damage come out. Particularly a rough enemy if you're doing any sort of forced overtime though, because when it starts teleporting even faster and attacking faster is rough. Razor Shoals, okay, I'll take that. 15 damage per second on enemies if they're moving. Yeah, that'll be great. And that'll make it so we can get status privilege going once we do see Zeus and get his jolted effect. Did I hear a fish? I did.
I know you're out there, fish.
My favorite thing about the gauntlets is they just have so many, or the twin fists rather, they have so many good hammer options. Obviously we're looking for special focused hammers,
A knucklehead.
but I'll take whatever I can get. Even the attack boons are really great, but definitely the damage, we're looking for as much damage on the special as we can get. So if we can do that, that's our goal here. Of course, I say I'm building special and then not using the special nearly as much as I could. I am taking a fair number of hits, but it doesn't seem like these things hurt terribly well, especially because we turned off hard. Actually, I think we still had hard labor on. I forget. If we do have hard labor on, I definitely didn't make a mental note of it when we started the run. All right, Flying Cutter, your special, old special for longer range and up to 100% bonus damage. That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun comboed with the Dionysus special. Alternatively, Rolling Knuckle is really good, and Heavy Knuckle isn't bad, but since we're going Zeus attack, I probably don't want that one. So Flying Cutter, let's see. Okay, so it's basically, it charges up like Beowulf, basically. Ooh, increased rarity on the next boon, and there's a Poseidon boon in that next room. We're taking Yarn of Ariadne for sure. Okay, so we have to take Poseidon first. Hopefully get a good tier 2 from him. Alternatively, Artemis. Could take her call, could take her dash, I guess. Her dash isn't bad here. I don't think I want that. Although Hunter's Mark, if she gives us an epic Hunter's Mark, that would be amazing. I still think Poseidon is our better option here. Tempest Strike, Flood Shot, Wave Pounding. Here we go. Oh, that is beautiful. Your boons with knockaway effects deal 40% more damage to bosses. That is exactly what we want to see get epic tier.
Good shot there, Zagreus. I guess you got me. Now why don't you go take a shot at this?
She mad. They always mad.
Sorry, Artemis.
All right, so let's see what Flying Cutter does here for a second. Ready? 3, 2, 1, poof. Goodbye, enemies. All right, you know what? I guess I don't really need anything other than Flying Cutter now, do I? Okay, I like this. We're already kind of popping off. Not bad. I think our attack is still great if we have any Zeus boons, but we don't have them yet, so... But 100% base damage comboed with 5 hits from Demeter, if we can get an enemy into a wall with that effect, they just get popped immediately. Not a fan of this room. Damage control laser beam crystal is not fun.
You know what? I decided not to kill you, Zagreus. No sport in cornered prey, so here, get on with it.
You know full well we were not that cornered, Artemis. All right. Ooh, there's Hunter's Mark. Okay, we got everything we could have wanted from this room. Yeah, it's a lower tier Hunter's Mark, but I'm not going to complain. Ares. All right. Is Ares worth taking here? I don't think I want to take Ares yet because that could lock us into unintentionally getting a 4th god that I really don't want. We got to hold out for Zeus until Zeus is in the pool. We don't take, I don't think we take another god unless we want to get really unlucky. I mean, there's a reasonable chance it doesn't play out that way, but I can't trust that it won't. So I don't think it's worth risking the run that I have in mind. Granted, I don't think we need Seastorm to see this build pop off at any point at this point, but like, it would be kind of funny if we just got absolutely wrecked by God RNG. Yeah, we are just one-shotting every enemy in Tartarus with our special, even without Greater Cutter and Hunter's Mark activating. Even funnier. Maybe I do take Artemis's attack. Nah, it's too good to pass up Zeus here. All right, there's a Chaos Gate. Alternatively, Darkness. I think we know what we want. We want Chaos. Give me some special damage. Give me some special damage, Chaos. That would be amazing for this build. Come on.
I both expected you to come, and I'm surprised to see you, son of Hades. Where shall your journey take you from this point?
Inevitably back home at the end of the run. Let's see. Ooh, yes. Okay, so our dash has 42% reduced range, which is going to be rough going it to Meg. but we get 58% more special damage. That's basically another god boon on top of our special. That is amazing. That's almost as much damage as the base Poseidon boon. So I am rather happy about this turn of events. Flying Cutter does damage though, sheesh. We just need a couple more Poseidon boons and we are like just set for the run, I think. I mean, the base damage is what, 200? Maybe that's gonna fall off pretty hard after we leave Tartarus actually, but I'm sure that this is the start of Tartarus. I think we have plenty of room to gain, plus we could get another really good special hammer that'll just up our damage even more. All right, here's the end shop. Let's see if we're offered a Zeus or a Demeter. Demeter, we could take Demeter here because now we know that we won't see another god. And just to make sure, we have Poseidon, Artemis, just Poseidon and Artemis so far. So we're not locking ourselves out of Zeus. I can buy both of these gods and I certainly will. I guess it doesn't matter who I take first. I think we do take Demeter.
Cheers, mate.
Greater evasion, greater reflex, quick recovery. Do I try to set up for rush delivery here, or do I try to set up for his special speed going up? Greatest reflex isn't bad. I think I reroll once and see what he offers. Side hustle, greatest reflex. All right, I guess we just take greatest reflex. None of these are really that great for what I want. Rare crop. There is a chance that rare crop could hit our special, but it could just as easily hit greatest reflex, pressure points, hunter's mark, wave pounding. It's only one boon that it hits. I don't think it's worth risking that. Although it's not often that we see. This is tough. If I take her dash, well, actually, that might be decent. Demeter's dash would make it so we can very reliably get status privilege going, and that's a 40% damage up, which we could certainly use. Alternatively, her aid isn't terrible. It's just not my favorite. I think we take the dash. All right. Well said, Charon. Do I need HP?
You too, mate.
I don't think I really need it. I think I can take on Meg with, even with my basically halved dash range. I think we're fine.
Ladies.
Oh, right, Electo.
Much as I love chatting with you, Meg, Tisiphone, our prey is here.
I'm glad that she loves chatting with her sisters. Oh, goodness. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I did end up taking Boldy for this run, just because since I am down an eye, I want to have some safety options, and I use Boldy for extra HP when I'm taking too much damage. Just because of how the last run went, I didn't trust myself to not somehow throw this run unintentionally. Oof. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother trying to dodge those attacks.
Hello there, Prince.
I know that damn boulder.
And that damn boulder knows you. Bye, Electo.
Blood.
Lots of nice and juicy meta progression items, plus some coin, plus some health. We didn't take that much damage, all things considered. Not a bad
Let's hear it,
Electo. See, I didn't need to buy that shop HP. We're back to full. Save my
Which to
50
choose?
coins. All right, we're gonna force Zeus, but with his Thunder Signet. And then Yarn of Ariadne would give us a nice juicy electric punch. I don't know what I was trying to say there. A nice juicy
Should I
attack
take the trade?
boon from him potentially. Of course, we still need our call, cast, and attack. So there's a reasonable chance that he gives us his call. And honestly, taking his call isn't a bad option. The reason for that is we do kind of want his tier 2s that around his lightning bolts, and the attack doesn't give those. So we can still get static discharge, but we can't get high voltage or what's it called? More importantly, double strike. But here's Zeus right away. Awesome. I still think we take the attack because it'll be a nice little bit of extra damage on the attack. It scales really well with rapid at firing kind of attack boons like the Twin Fist base attack. So I think it's worth it. Oh, and you know what the best thing is? After this room, we will have the ability to use our dash again. We will have a real dash. I am a real dash. I mean, we still have iframes on the dash, but my goodness, do I have to time it really well because any AoE attack is just going to leave us hurting. I do see the potential of this build, though. And who knows, maybe we'll actually get to see Demeter's Legendary this time, because we certainly didn't get it last time. All right, Zeus, what have you got?
Zeus.
Your grim-faced father's such a spoil sport, nephew, the way he keeps impeding your escape. Ah, well, just keep at it, hmm?
I very much intend to. All right, let's see. Ooh, yep. Okay, here. These are two really good options. Like I said, Zeus's 8, if we take that, sets us up really nicely for the things that would scale very well with Sea Storm, and it does set us up to get Sea Storm. I'm pretty confident about that. Yeah, Zeus's 8 is on that list. So though this would synergize better with the build I have in mind. But this is a really nice attack boon for us, and I think I still take it. Because, all right, let's see. There is Hermes. Let's go take our second Hermes, and then I would, once we have two, I think we already, yeah, we bought a Hermes earlier in the run at the shop. So, like, just watch. This is going to up our damage pretty substantially, and you know what? It'll be very helpful going into Than.
Just in time.
Than, you locked me in that bomb.
Hope you don't mind if I cut in here, Zagreus.
Is that a joke because you have a scythe?
What do you say we end this quickly, Zag?
All right, it doesn't, like, look, our attack damage just, like, got ramped up substantially there. And it gives us AoE. Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't complain about AoE. We have plenty of AoE with this special build. All right, where are they going to spawn? Oh, hi there. That guy was...
These fists are going to
I'm sorry, Than, what was that? Was that you trying to be threatening or something? That was really cute. Yeah, like, look at how much that upped our attack damage. Like, Zeus's attack, it looks bad on paper because it's like 15 damage a hit. Woohoo, that feels like nothing. But it just comes out so fast, and it bounces between enemies. It applies Jolted when you get it. You can get Chain Lightning to hit even more enemies, potentially. It is definitely not a boon to laugh at. It's so amazing on the Twin Fist and the rail.
My services here, boss.
Yeah, let's see. What do we got? Special is faster or greater haste. Could set up for some rush delivery shenanigans, but I think getting the special to come out faster will be nicer. So let's take that since we're going a special build anyway.
Oh, I'm late.
Thanks for your help, Dan. All right, let's see. What are our options? If it's Zeus or Poseidon, we take that. It's a shop, but I can't afford anything, so we'll take the Chaos. Take Chaos, see if we're offered another special boon here. What have you got, Chaos? Thank you. Coin. Boon rarity, 45% more special. All right, we're going to unfortunately be unable to use our attack for the next 3 encounters. That may persist into Lerny, which will be really sketchy. Ooh, another Poseidon boon of higher rarity. This is going to be rough without our attack, though. But okay, okay. This is actually a lot easier to manage than the Death Barge, I would argue, because we have really good base damage for single target on our special, I would say. The question is, do I drop Boldy here? I don't think I do unless I take too much damage. We're melting these guys with Rupture. And we get status privilege by just dashing at them, so I think we're fine. Yeah, we are so set for this. Oops, I used my attack. Oh, shoot. I have to be like, it's like a force of habit sort of thing. I'm just so used to using my attack.
Go to your head.
Sea Storm, there it is. Alternatively, Breaking Wave. Now we take Sea Storm when it's offered, or we never question Sea Storm when it's offered. Awesome. So we are very well set to get, because we have Sea Storm, we can, I believe, now get, what's it called? We can get double strike and high voltage and things of that nature to set us up for the Zeus legendary potentially. It's kind of sad that a lot of Poseidon's best boons are just made better by his brother. Sea Storm is just so incredibly powerful, especially if you have like a rapid hitting kind of build. But like, we don't need the attack to clear rooms. Maybe I should have taken Zeus's 8 after all. It's just, you want to get Zeus boons for, or you want Zeus's attack just because it does up your damage so phenomenally. But maybe getting Artemis's attack would have made it so we can apply Hunter's Mark more reliably. I don't think there was a wrong choice there, honestly. They're both really good options for this sort of build. You can't really go wrong with either Zeus or Artemis on an attack boon. For a rapid attack boon. I do think Artemis scales overall better with maybe heavier hitting weapons, because yeah, you don't hit as often, but when you hit her crits, you see numbers unlike anything else. Oh hey, look, Hunter's Mark. Goodbye HP. Thankfully these rooms have a lot of weak enemies, so I guess the question becomes, what hammers are there that still affect the special? Because I know there's the one that makes the special hit twice. That would be pretty nice, I bet. Beyond that, I don't run special builds on the gauntlets nearly as often as I run attack builds. I like the attack builds more because it's just fun hitting rapid attacks over and over again. All right, these guys are just getting pushed into lava. There's no surviving for them. The one downside to the special, comparing it to like the recall, the spear recall special, for example, is you don't have invulnerability when you're dashing on it.
Good enough to eat.
So there is a propensity for you taking unnecessary damage with it. We're definitely taking Tempest Flourish. This is a 28% damage boost to our special. That's
Sharpen my senses.
pretty substantial. And then we have enough coin to afford a god boon, so we'll take the shop and see who shows up. Another Zeus, another Poseidon would be ideal. Not going to complain if Artemis shows up. Okay, there's Artemis, so
Thank you,
let's
mate.
see. I think in this instance, call or cast. I'm not re-rolling, that's for sure. Setting up for Lightning Rod isn't a bad idea, but we don't have Lightning Rod because of Stygian Soul, so never mind. I think I don't really want either of these. Whose cast would we benefit from? Zeus's cast is whatever. Poseidon's cast would be fun because we're going Sea Storm anyway. Maybe we go for Poseidon cast. Demeter's cast is whatever. I think we'll take Artemis's aid here. Sets us up for some duos with her, but doesn't lock us into a cast that I'm not a super big fan of. Like, Artemis's cast isn't bad,
Why must we always fight like this, Lerny?
but I do fear that it underperforms relative to a lot of the other casts, although it would have been nice to potentially set us up for some good duos. I can use my attack again, so let's go ahead and get our stacks, and let's see if we can one-shot ahead when he spawns them. All right, I guess we're gonna do this first.
Back.
Do this now. Does hitting him in his shield stack up Demeter's the Demeter effect? It doesn't, sadly. Oh well. All right, we've got our greater kick go. Let's see what this does. All right, it does the full armor. Still not quite there, and like our DPS is nice, but there's no single like this makes or breaks the build yet. The question is, do we see Artemis's greater call by the end of this? And I think we will. It's so easy to get status privilege with our current build, though. We don't have jolted yet. Oh, Poland.
You and me, Severed Hydra Head.
I'm just gonna pump out some damage with our call. I think that's fine. Again, I'm like mentally ingrained in my head is the notion that my 1 second. Oh dear, this is kind of an icky setup for a melee build. All right, we got it out of the. We got that head done. We're fine. The 40% damage on bosses is quite nice. Look at that damage. Like, I don't even need to charge up the Demeter effect. I just can't. I have the option of doing more damage, but I already do enough damage.
That's what you get.
Unlucky Lerny head positioning can always be a little bit rough on melee builds, but if you dash into the lava and dash out quickly enough, you're fine. I think for me, it's mostly just the issue of...
How could you, boy?
Maybe I should
That
switch.
Hydra had a family.
The main issue for me is just I'm so prone to using the special to dash into attacks, but unlike Beowulf that plays similarly, or the spear on the spear that has like recall effect with its special, you're gonna get hit if you go specialing in on this one. So I have to be a little bit restrained in my dynamic entries, if you will. If we take the Lambent Plume here and get offered a third Hermes, we could potentially still get Rush Delivery or his legendary, which would be pretty good. I think that's probably the call at this point, because the other gods, at this point, I just want Zeus and Poseidon. We got everything we need from Artemis at this point, aside from a duo, which at this point, I don't really have anything I want duo from her. So yeah, let's take the Lambent Plume. And then Mistral Dash, Wave Pounding. No, I don't sell any of that. And then here, nothing I particularly... I mean, 30% more attack damage is nice, but we don't need it. I think we've made it clear that our special is our core build, and we've gotten so many damage modifiers on it already. Chaos has been super kind to us, and even if we didn't get the highest tier of Poseidon special, Poseidon actually has a very high modifier on his base special damage, which
Cool up here.
is interesting to say the least. And speaking of Chaos being kind to us,
Let me have it.
hi Chaos. 3 Chaos in one run is pretty rare, and I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. That's lovely. What do we get? More damage from behind, more coin, more HP. Let's reroll once and see if we can hit the special one more time. 77% more damage from behind, more coin, more HP. Doesn't seem like Chaos wants to offer us anything other than what we had been offered. So I think, I'm gonna hate this, but I'm gonna take the 43% dash range for more coin. I think that's more valuable to us than getting 39 HP and losing the chance to get some coin in the next couple rooms.
You shall call it done.
The key here is decent for an extra reroll, but I think I just take the nectar. I can't guarantee what that nectar lands on. Let's take the keys for rerolls. I'm not really hunting for any duos in specific now that we got Sea Storm, but I would love to see Poseidon's legendary, which I think we have enough to set up for at this point. Oh man, look at that damage. Look at that damage. It's disgusting. I love it. I love it. I love to see it. 400 without a fully charged special, which could again do 100% more damage. We did 402 on 1 crit.
That one's real.
Do I even need to use the attack at this point? Let's be honest. Like, yeah, the Demeter effect is nice, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Oh my goodness, that hurt. It doesn't feel like it even matters whether we use the attack or not at this point. Our special is just so built. Honestly, if I just dash special into enemies, they are getting melted. I think we'll take this Infernal Trophy. We could use the HP. And there's our second hammer.
Come, heroes of Elysium,
That's something to...
vanquish the intruder.
That is definitely something to look forward to. All right, chariots are always a bit iffy when you're running a melee build, but when they get their Hunter's Mark placed on them and they get crit for 500, what does it matter? Oop, I didn't mean to push that out of the explosion radius. Thankfully,
I should not be the supervisor here.
Now to collect.
almost lost a Death Defiance there, but managed to survive on 5 HP. It's interesting playing Hades with one eye, I have to say. It definitely throws off. I now appreciate how much I use my left eye to monitor certain things, specifically my God gauge and my HP pool. So I'm kind of functioning without knowing what my HP is a little bit, and I'm kind of functioning like I have to like take my eyes off the screen to assess God gauge and to assess HP, which is a little rough. The more importantly rough thing that I have to contend with here is the fact that when I try to dash with this current debuff from Chaos, I can't really clear most gaps that I'm used to being able to clear. Like, I can't actually easily dash across this little gap in the floor to our left here, like this. I can, but I have to be like right on top of it. Otherwise, I get caught on it, which is rough. Goodbye. Goodbye, enemies. Okay. I love the gauntlets. Like, I'm not big on melee weapons in this game. They just make the runs a lot less
Secrets of
safe.
the Twin Fists.
Ooh. Ooh, Kiwi. Explosive upper. Your dash upper deals 100% damage in an area. Oh, man, we are getting spoiled. We take the higher tier Zeus here for sure. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. I almost wandered into that egg without paying attention. All right, let's see. A high tier static discharge would be amazing here. That would definitely be the biggest boon of damage we could get. All right, hold on. Let's see what we can get on damage. Oh my god, 900 followed by 1300. That's 2100 to 2200 damage in one special, and I don't even know if that crit. I think one of the numbers definitely didn't crit. I forget if the explosive upper crit or not. That is wild. Okay, this is a fun build.
Farewell for now, sinister ball of butterflies.
There it is, static discharge. Your lightning effects now make foes jolted, and they take 89 damage every time they try to attack. We're easily going to be reapplying that every time we attack, and more importantly, every time we special, because we have Sea Storm. Why wouldn't we be using our special here? Oh my goodness, Kiwi, what a run. I love it. I love to see this kind of nonsense build. It's crazy how many runs in Hades just so easily can scale out of control so quickly with just a couple good boons. Like, this is a build I've never run before, and I didn't have to try that hard to get it to pop off. It's not like an instant win build, but you know, it's in there. It's getting there. I mean, at this point we are sitting pretty, as long as we don't keep face tanking chariot damage, which you know I love to do. All right, take this. Whoop, bam. 614 crit without dash upper.
I'll just take that.
Plus a second hit for 500. Love it. Ooh, Kiwi, a Zeus Poseidon trial. We get one of, like, I'm not even, like, their legendaries are great, but they're not what I'm hunting for. So the question is, do I take Zeus or do I take Poseidon here? We don't get duos, but we don't need their duos. Like, all of the boons that I want from them can still be on the table here. Both legendaries, double strike. I think we take double strike here if we can get it. Clouded Judgment. I reroll once here, I think, and see if we can get something better.
Got anything else?
Clouded Judgment, but epic tier? Okay, that's kind of appealing. Your God gauge charges up faster when you deal or take damage. Oh, I guess I'd rather Billowing Strength, but I don't think I use 2 rerolls just for the sake of getting that. So, actually, you know what? I just realized maybe Sea Storm doesn't set us up for getting double strike. I might be wrong. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so that's the mistake. So we need to take his. We don't actually have a way of. Hold on. Wait a second. There is still possibly a way of getting it if I'm thinking. Thunder Flourish. No, okay, we can't actually get double strike from Zeus because of the boons we've taken. Unfortunate. So I guess we'll just take Clouded Judgment then. Oh well, that was an error on my end.
Sometimes I think surely my nephew takes to heart my strongly worded threats about my distaste for his little acts of treachery, but no.
I don't take anything to heart, other than Aphrodite's heart attack, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the joke is supposed to be here. I'm the joke. I'm always the joke. Oh, speaking of jokes, so it will probably have aired by time... Oh goodness, I took a lot of hits there. It will likely have aired by time this episode in Hades goes live, but I have been eyeballing the notion of doing like stupid witty one-liners for Signalis, for the Signalis playthrough on the final boss. I haven't recorded the episode where that final boss fight happens, mind you, so I don't know if it's gonna pay out the way I hope it does, but oh, this is an icky setup. I can't easily get to them because they're surrounded by things that will explode if I hit them. All right. I gotta be careful about these waves that Poseidon is summoning because they do actually hurt quite a bit. No, don't hit those. Those will explode. This is not the best situation for me, honestly. This is a really bad room for not taking damage as a melee build, frankly. I don't know, I not get hit there. Ooh, our special pops enemies if they bash into walls. Anyway, so I've been looking at the notion of witty one-liners. I'm basically just really stupid, like, ugh, that's so cringy kind of puns.
Oh, very well then, little Hades. Uncle's going to let you off the hook this time. Just mind your manners next we meet.
And they're like really bad, the ones that I'm coming up with. What do I want from Poseidon? Really none of these. I want his tier 2s that affect his splashes. Do I reroll here? 60% more gold is kind of nice, but it's really whatever. Could take his cast and set up for Mirage Shot. Boiling Point isn't bad. I do think I reroll here. Let's reroll and see if we can get something better. Oh, we just got we got literally the same boons, but worse. That's lame. We'll take his cast, I guess. Oh well. Patroclus, I think it's worth taking Patroclus here. We'll refund a Death Defiance.
Oh, it seems it's you.
Oh, it seems we have a visitor was what he was about to say until I got too close. He doesn't seem to have any like major custom dialogue anymore or any new dialogue.
To face the champion soon, stranger.
Oh, you know I am. Guess of 6 premium, please.
Thanks for this.
Probably didn't need to take that. Could have taken the attack up or something more fun, but it's fine. Honestly, we may have actually healed more by taking Hydrolite Gold than Kiss of Styx, but it's fine. All right, this cast is actually quite nice because it'll let us deal with these flame chariots without getting too close. You have to, you can quite appreciate how big the AoE on Poseidon's cast is. It's very nice, especially if you're going a kind of Poseidon-focused build. Just a shame that we weren't offered anything of note, or anything that we particularly wanted. I'm not going to complain about Poseidon's cast, it's decent, but it's definitely not what I was looking for in this kind of a build. It synergizes well with all the boons we are hunting for, but I would like to see those boons first, you know? Set myself up decently for his legendary, for example. I don't even know if we have all the prerequisites to meet the need for that, or to reach the what that legendary needs. All right, now we're gonna have some real enemies. Nope, more flame chariots. Oh, there are some witches. Okay, fine. Our dash strike, even uncharged, just pops these witches, which is pretty funny. Actually, so does our cast, frankly. All right, and I guess that's, now that I think about it, our cast will deal 100% bonus or 40% bonus damage to bosses, so that's not too bad either.
Idiot.
Rooms with a lot of enemies in them are kind of the bane to being down an eye because I can't as easily process where everyone is, especially on the left side of the screen.
Palm of power.
All right, 180. Ooh, wow, 20% more damage on the special. Alternatively, Jolted isn't bad here, but I think these are all reasonably juicy options, but I think let's just try and get as big a number on the special base damage as we can. Eye of Lamia to get more HP wouldn't be bad here, frankly. Oh, I forgot I have Boldy. Another thing I can't really see in my eye, but that's not an excuse. A fair excuse, at least, or a good excuse. It's only 25 coin. Let's take Eye of Lamia. It may give us some HP. It probably won't be that much, but it's worth it in the short term. And then here's the shop. So we'll drop a Boldy as soon as we get into the boss fight. Assuming they're standing on top of each other.
Why not?
Typhoon's Fury, there we go. You deal more damage when slamming foes into barriers by another 200%. Let me actually confirm, can we get this yet? We cannot, so now we should be able to get Poseidon's legendary. Hopefully we see him in Styx, because otherwise, I mean, we really have everything we need, let's be honest, but we could have more. There's always room for more. Clouded Judgment isn't the best thing to get hit by the palm, but it's not the worst either. Filling up God Gauge very quickly is cool. Filling up God Gauge for Artemis is okay.
You return at your peril, Hellspawn. You'll get no quarter here.
Can I have a dime or a nickel instead?
Oopsie.
I almost... That was a sound, Theseus. What? What are you, a rabbit? That's the sound the rabbits from Rayman, right? Make, right? Alright, hold on. Whoop, I did not need to take that 50 damage, but look at that. 1,500 damage in one special. Yowzers. I'll heal up while I can here. Oh. Asterius, no, none of that. No. Oh, Asterius, that's so lame of you. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and just toss out Artemis's cast then. Or call. And just melt Theseus. Oh goodness, I didn't need not. I've taken so much damage in this fight. Theseus got popped by all of our curses. Oh, and I got popped by Asterius. I didn't time my dash fast enough. I was in the startup frame of that dash, but it turns out that the, 1 second. It turns out that the... Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, and bam! Look at that damage. 1,100 from the dash upper, followed by another 1,100 from the actual attack itself. You love to see it. Alright, we're just gonna toss some Artemis casts. I keep calling them casts instead of calls. Alright, we have the Greater Call charged up. Unfortunately, no crits there. Oh, somehow I didn't get hit for that. Oh my goodness. I thought he was charging. Visual impairment definitely makes this a little bit trickier. Alright, toss out some Artemis calls. Alright, I'm gonna bail out and just... safe spot where possible. Oh no. I pushed him with me with that attack. Okay, we're good. It was a little sketchy. I could play it better, but it is really hard to keep track of enemies when I'm down an eye, admittedly. All right. And getting some dodge chance on this isn't bad either. We're at 5% dodge chance, which isn't... It's not a lot, but when you think about it, Hermes gives you a boon that gives you at base 10% dodge chance, so we're already halfway there.
So you withstood the finest of Elysium.
I think I just keep camping the Lambent Plume for now, and I'm not selling any of those boons. Not at all.
Exactly what I need.
Do I need to buy this? Honestly, I don't feel like I need to. I feel like we have the damage. I think I can get through Styx especially. Hades will be a little sketchy if I don't play smart, but I don't need to play smart if I have damage, you know? We'll see. Maybe I do. I think after this episode, I am going to go eat something. I am very hungry. Do you ever find, anyone who's listening, do you guys ever find it that you get much notably hungrier if you're sleep deprived? Because I definitely feel that. All right, there's a Zeus boon over there. Could set us up for his legendary. Oh, and we do have a Poseidon room. We've got a mini boss on Artemis. So I think the order of events is we take Artemis first so that we don't have to deal with, if we get offered Mirage Shot, we get that out of the way and it doesn't take up a Poseidon boon. We take Zeus now, I guess.
Just what I need.
Cold Fusion, or honestly, Billowing Strength would be more fun, but Cold Fusion is pretty nice for damage, and it lets me play a little safer. I don't know. This is decent. This is pretty darn decent, and because it makes Jolted last for 10 seconds instead of getting cleared per attack. Lets me kite backwards if I need to. But Billowing Strength is just a flat 20% more damage, which means we'll see bigger numbers. Bigger numbers are more fun. Bigger numbers are more fun. I don't need Zeus's legendary. I don't even have an option of unlocking it, frankly, because I don't have any of his tier 2s that unlock it. So we're fine. Look at those 430 damage without critting. Like, we get a crit and that's gonna do 1,200 damage easy. I like this build, Kiwi. This build feels so good. And well, bam. Okay, yeah, even if we don't hit our biggest numbers, we are hitting huge numbers nonetheless. Like, we toss out a special and we don't just whiff it into a wall because I couldn't see which way I was facing on the left side of the screen, and we do damage. Like, even the cast is doing a lot of damage because of all the Poseidon boons. But genuinely, if we get, what is it, not wave pounding, Typhoon's Fury, maybe? No, that's what we already got. I'm blanking on the name of, maybe it is wave pounding, but second wave, oh, second wave, that's what it is. Second wave from Poseidon here would be so funny. Like, I want to see how much what our damage potential on Hades will be. Because, oh man, this build is scaling really well. Oh, hey, Tony.
Oh no.
I think we can handle Tony just fine. Emphasis on I think. The main issue is if he does a good charge attack on me, I gotta be careful. Also, if he moves in any capacity, I cannot keep track of where Tony goes. All right, I think we've got Greater Cutter charged up. Do a dash, a strike, and then a upper. I think we missed, unfortunately. We'll take out his friends because they're just distracting me a little bit. Oh my goodness, Kiwi. Look at us melting Tony's HP bar. I don't know where he is. There he is. It is, okay, I now appreciate how hard it is to see tiny enemies without,
Artemis!
I hear you. Firing.
Pew pew, Tony is splatted. It is surprisingly hard to keep track of small enemies with only one eye. Mirage Shot, there it is. Alternatively, God Gauge charges up faster when you crit. Nah, let's take Mirage Shot, why not? It looks better on the end slate, right? It's definitely not our core part of the build. I see that gold pot, I checked for it and then I didn't get it, I didn't register it in time.
Which tunnel?
All right, let's go ahead. Oh, good. You know what? No, this is what I wanted. I wanted to take Mirage Shot so I have the best chance of getting Poseidon's duo. We have Demeter's dash, so why don't we take Demeter first and try to remove her chance of giving us a duo, because she can give us a duo with Poseidon's cast. Honestly, maybe we re-roll for it, because to re-roll twice in a god room, we need 3 re-rolls, because each re-roll costs more each time you re-roll. So how many times can I say reroll in one sentence, Kiwi? Sheesh. So we basically have 1 reroll per god at this point, because there's no rerolling twice on either of these gods. If I had been able to afford Hermes, maybe I should have taken that first, because we could reroll Hermes for something fun. Although, frankly, what does Hermes offer that I want at this point, aside from maybe dodge chance or I guess his legendary. We could get his legendary or rush delivery because we have Lamb and Plume equipped. So, yeah, I guess let's save our reroll for Hermes then.
Found it fast this time.
All right, I know we have got our Satyr Sack, which means we could finish the run now.
I scarcely can see. Are those the twin fists that you bear, young sprout? I once made ample use of them myself, if you'll imagine it. Wielding the cold since has been adequate for me, but you... May you put them to work as I once did.
I'm gonna assume she was probably in a younger figure when she wielded these, but I like to picture just a granny wearing giant gauntlets on her fists, punching titans and like giant beings to the ground with them. That just sounds really metal. Like, just picture, I guess, as reference to Arcane, picture Vi as a grandma with her big fisty gauntlets, just punching things double her size. That just sounds really funny. All right, so we decided we're not going to re-roll here, but Killing Freeze is not bad. When all foes are chill deflected, they are 12% slower and decay for 25 damage every half second. So 50 damage a second, not bad.
That's something.
All right, so we are going to do that bonus Poseidon room, but let's see if we can get this Hermes boon first.
That's quite a stash there, Carol.
Or do I buy... Nah, I don't buy Demeter here. It's not worth it.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Oh, Kiwi, we got bad news. And by bad news, I mean the best news. Your cast deals bonus damage to foes without... Oh, wait, this is only cast damage. What am I doing? You know what? It's still pretty good with Mirage Shot. Why did I think that makes all damage do 50%? Was I have functioned under the assumption this is all damage, not just cast damage. Oh, well. I guess it's still really good for cast builds, if nothing else. Do I take it then? Do I really want it here over... Rush delivery I could roll for? I still think I take it. It's for the end slate, right? The end slate picture will just look that much fancier. All right, let's go for this extra Poseidon room and then call it a run. And let's see how hard we can hit that Hades out of existence. Honestly, let's see how much ooh, Mirage Shot, Flood Shot. I like this. Hold on. Let's just do this room cast only. These enemies are getting one shot by Flood Shot. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I mean, well, it makes sense. It's 50% damage steroid on that. We're probably gonna have to do a Flood Shot build, like kind of in the same notion as what we're doing now, where we like, oh my goodness, look at them get melted. Yeah, I can see it now. Sea Storm, Barrage Shot, Flood Shot build. That will melt enemies. I like the idea I'm leaning towards. All right, Kiwi, we've got a plan for another build. Take it on I guess we'll go on a cast-focused weapon, so that would have to be... you know what? Talos would be decent, because we use Magnetic Cutter on enemies. And that'll make them take 50% more damage from our cast. Alternatively, We could do Poseidon. Poseidon's always an aspect of Poseidon for a Poseidon build makes sense. If only just because of the name, I suppose, but still. All right, let's see how much damage we do here. Oh, I forgot to use my dash upper. Oopsie. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, our damage is insane. Oh, this is such a good build. And we've got our Greater Call. Watch these rats get popped. Well, yeah. I maintain that Artemis's Call and Cast are definitely not her strongest boons. That doesn't mean she doesn't offer some of the best boons in the game. It just means that these aren't the best boons in the game. Where's the Poison Cure? We need that, if you don't mind. Like, oh my goodness, this feels so good. I love the gauntlets. I love a good gauntlet build, honestly. Like, I imagine if you get like really bad RNG and don't get nearly as good boons as you could deserve for like, or as you would wish, it can be rough, but we're not having any roughness now. All right, Breaking Wave, we can get his legendary, right? I think we proved that we could because we got Typhoon Fury. Yep, okay. Let us go ahead and reroll one, see if we get his legendary.
How about a different set of choices,
We
then?
do not see it, but Tidal Dash would be kind of funny, right? But we could push enemies away before we hit them with a special. I guess if we get them to the wall, and it won't matter for bosses. We do give up our ability to get status privilege from the dash. But that doesn't really matter when I think it out loud because we have Sea Storm. So yeah, why don't we just go a little bit further in on the Poseidon memes? Tidal Dash it is. 49 base damage on the dash.
Won't mind.
Tidal Dash has a low base damage when you look at it, but then you put it on paper and you see how much damage it actually does in Tartarus. It is like a free win in Tartarus if you get
I'll take this one.
Tidal Dash. Static Discharge. Oh, and we got it on the special again. Why is the special scaling so well with palms? Sheesh, we're up to 132% bonus damage from 70.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
All right, Kiwi, we are super stacked on this special. Let's see what happens. I have to remember that I do think I got Billowing Strength from Zeus, right? So I do more damage after my call. Yeah, 20% bonus damage. So what I need to do is I need to use my call before I use my Greater Cutter, which is the enhanced special. I haven't used Boldy at all this run. Oops. I guess I didn't need him after all. I guess I should have taken one of the other keepsakes. Oh well.
You would attack me with the savagery of the twin fists. Then come.
It just reminds you of your foster sister. You're just a little mad, I think. I think she referred to herself as foster sister, but certainly sister by some extension. All right, let's get our Greater Cutter stacked up. All right, we're good. Well, bam, 1400. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, look at that damage. All we needed is a good crit. Oh, you know what? I forgot to use Billowing Strength's benefits. Hold on. Let's stack up on this. Okay, there we go. Oh no, wait, that was a God Gauge charge. Never mind. Let's get Greater. You know what? I'm glowing. I have Greater Cut already. Okay, let's toss out this. I got hit and it canceled me out. But we did 2k damage. We did 2,037 damage there, regardless. Oh, I am bloodied. We have Greater Call. This will actually melt his HP bar into the next phase probably. So let's try and get him phased here. I'm gonna use this just to pop his enemies because I don't want to waste it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I got hit again. And we didn't get any crits. Unlucky.
Boil your blood.
I am very clearly boiling, that is true. All right, let's try and get some stacks up on this enemy. We're gonna get this juicy hit, I promise. Oh, we got a juicy hit on us. All right, let's go ahead and phase him here, just so that we don't waste our damage. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for this phase to start. I'm gonna toss a cast out, or a call out, and then I'm gonna dash into him.
Try that again.
Okay, 1800, not bad.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too. It's a kick. Oop. Ooh, my goodness, this damage is so nice. Okay, Kiwi, I think 2,000 damage a special, really not that bad. I do have to be mindful of his my Death Defiances being out. Okay, we're 2 hits from death. And there's Artemis finishing off with a kick. Whoop, bam. What a strong build, Kiwi. Okay, I'm going to do this again someday.
Olympus gave you quite the edge against me then.
Because imagine if we had been set up to get Double Strike and Splitting Bolt, Zeus's legendary, on Sea Storm. Plus, if we had gotten Poseidon's legendary, we would have been doing so much damage, but jeez.
Must
2,000 damage, a special without crit. Assuming I use my dash upper and my enhanced cutter properly.
Someone very sore right now.
I mean, do we need to change anything? I guess we don't need to show off Shady here. As much as I love Boldy and Boldy loves me, I don't think they were the marker of this build's success. I do think we need to honor the special for sure. I kind of would have liked to have honored, what was it? The epic tier, what is it, Breaking Wave? The boon that made us deal more damage to bosses over here. But I'm not going to complain. I think this is a beautiful setup. There we go. Sea Storm, Mirage Shot, Bad News, Tempest Flourish. We didn't even really use our cast that run. But there we go. 76 win streak, 108 clears, and a really fun run. I like this one. This one was a good run. Definitely a step up from the last run, which was admittedly very rough. And
looks like a good spot.
Again, I'm dying a lot more often. I'm going to blame that on a combination of just going full monkey mode, and so not playing well, but also, again, turns out Hades is a lot harder to play.
I win this round, fish.
When you're down an eye, down sleep, and part of the screen is just not visible with an eye patch on.
Zagreus then walks into a chamber black as night, but with a blood-red pool, and from it comes a voice which says, "Would you mind diving in these waters, Prince?" To which the prince replies, "Oh, sure."
But honestly, like, excuses aside, what an awesome run. And, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to record one more today. I might, but I need to eat something for breakfast first. I am starving.
Great job. I've got a survey here if you'd like to fill it out.
Okay, some stacked dialogue lines. Oops. But usually this game does not double up on dialogue. It's pretty good about that, in fact. But we got it. We got it there.
Statue you commissioned over there. I suppose I can think of worse subjects than mighty Heracles for me to have to stand about and stare at.
They say he was the strongest demigod who ever lived. Though I bet you could take him, sir. Big guy like that, you'd be too quick, I'm sure. You ever meet him?
Only in passing. He once died a mortal's death, worse than mine. Had a brief stint down here, but he's favored by Olympus. Got a special arrangement of some sort, I heard. Haven't seen him since.
Don't worry, we'll see him eventually. Foreshadowing. Ooh.
I'm sure he's in no hurry to return.
Oh, we got some. Let's see what this says.
Just giving you a nudge.
No, I want to hear this.
The perfect chiseled physicality of one of Greece's greatest ever heroes now adorns the house's gallery, reminding most onlookers of many ways in which they failed to compare.
He sure looks tall.
What an interesting. It's an interesting little depiction there. It is funny how between Hades, and this is not going to be hopefully too significant a spoiler. Actually, it shouldn't be a spoiler at all, so don't worry too much about it. 1 second.
Hey,
On the whole, that could have been worse. Cause of death, shipwreck. What I wanted to say is, it is interesting how when they design their characters between Hades 1 and 2, characters wearing or not wearing armor look very different to me. Like, they look like completely different characters, and that's all I will say. It doesn't tell you who's in Hades 2 or anything about how they look other than maybe there's a character in armor.
So tell me, Father, just how much did it hurt your soul knowing my face is up there on the featured house servant board for all in the lounge to see?
Has it occurred to you that I alone have final say about whose countenance is shown up there? Although others who shall not be named did put in a good word for you repeatedly.
Probably Achilles and Thanatos and Meg and Dusa, maybe even Nyx, and certainly Hypnos. Hypnos is our best friend after all. I bet even Cerberus put in a good word for us. I don't think Hades can ignore all those recommendations.
Blood and darkness. All my life I thought that board was a joke, but seeing my face up there, it felt good. Thanks, Father. Maybe it won't be the last time.
I like this bit of dialogue here because, I mean, it starts off with Zagreus being the fighty little kind of snotty son that he is. Granted, he has some right to be that way, considering his rather. I do assume that this dialogue would happen maybe somewhat before all of the kind of bridge building that we had with Dad, so that's why he comes off really snarky and kind of aggressive about his commentary. But Hades acknowledges that it was his decision ultimately to put him up there, and then now Zagreus is like, oh, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't be so taunting about it. It actually feels kind of nice to be acknowledged.
See to it. And well done.
again, it is hard. I know how they've written Hades, and they show that it is hard for him to both acknowledge Zagreus and appreciate Zagreus. So it is nice in those moments when he says things like "well done," and similarly when Zagreus thanks his father. And it's nice to see that burnt bridge being repaired.
I hope your day or night, I guess, is going nicely, Zagreus.
It certainly is.
Delivery for the head chef.
Oh, Meg, you look like you're in the mood for something, but first,
Hey, what do you know?
I have to get excited about myself, say hello to our dearest friend, the Wretched Broker. I will buy gemstones for keys. At this point, anything that costs keys, I'm going to buy. Similarly with nectar or ambrosia. I don't really need them at this point.
Have these, chef.
And Titan Blood as well. I will gladly trade a Titan Blood for darkness. I would trade a lot for darkness right now, because that's what I need the most of. All right, let's see these two.
Thank you for thinking of me for this task. I'll make it happen shortly.
Then go.
Get out of here. Go. Go do your job. All right, Meg, what have you got for us?
With me, Zagreus. Your chambers are past due for a routine inspection.
That is a weird way to ask for doing the boinking.
What are we going to do?
Wow.
All right, then.
Well, seems everything's in order. Carry on.
That is a weird way to end that sort of interaction. Unfortunately, she leaves before I can play her some beautiful music. I bet she would have loved our lyre playing. A shame she misses out on it. All right, Kiwi, let's say goodnight to Skelly and call it an episode.
Right on schedule.
That I am.
Less yakking, more smacking, boyo. Now come on.
You got it, Skelly. All right, Kiwi, looks like we'll be running the spear in the next episode, which I am looking forward to trying another fun build with that. Maybe even we try a Poseidon build with the Achilles spear. I don't know. I'll think on it. But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope if you're awake, this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well.
Go again?
I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more fun with Hades 1.